Hello everyone, welcome to the Travel Plan, a channel for amazing facts and information. In this video, we are going to talk about 5 things I can't miss when visiting Barcelona, Spain. Watch this video till the end for a better understanding, and make sure to subscribe to the Travel Plan, and hit that notification bell so you never miss any of my future uploads. Barcelona is located in the northeast of Spain and on the verge of the Mediterranean and is the second largest city in Spain. It is usually necessary to schedule a 3 to 5 day trip, whether to see a building or a museum, to go shopping, or to enjoy the sun's beach. Barcelona is an unbelievable city. The mix of culture, art and incredible food make every visit an absolute joy. And even after multiple visits, there will always be hidden nooks of the city to explore. It feels almost impossible to get tired of wandering the streets, although it's usually in search of my next sangria or dish of paella. Today, I'm rounding up the best things to do in Barcelona for anybody who has yet to experience the delights of this wonderful Spanish city. So now, sit back, relax and enjoy. Number 5. Sagrada Familia. Gaudi's masterpiece and a prime example of Catalan modernism, the Sagrada Familia, Church of the Holy Family, is the most popular site in Barcelona. This large basilica is striking not only because of its whimsical shapes but also because it is still under construction. The first stone of the Sagrada Familia, a church that occupies a whole block in the Ensanche, was laid in the year 1882. Construction started 1 year later under architect Francisco de Paula del Villar y Lozano, who had planned a building in neo-Gothic style. Due to some disagreements with the promoter of the project, bookseller Josep Maria Bocabella, and the architect who advised him, Joan Martorell, Francisco de Paula abandoned the project soon after starting it. It was then that Gaudi, a 31-year-old architect who had worked as an assistant to both Francisco de Paula and Joan Martorell, took over the project. He devoted the rest of his life to it, at first in parallel with other works, but in his last years in an exclusive manner. Given that Gaudi worked with sketches and took many of his decisions on the go as the works advanced, his presence on the construction site was indispensable. Number 4. Hospital de Sant Pau. The Hospital de la Santa Creu y de Sant Pau, Hospital of the Holy Cross in St. Paul, is one of the largest complexes in Catalan modernist architecture. It was built between 1902 and 1930 following the design of architect Luis Dominic I Montaner, and thanks to a donation made by banker Pau Gil I Serra. The hospital complex takes up several blocks in the Ensanche and consists of 27 buildings. The design of the hospital was influenced by the hygienist theories and the technological advances of the epoch, making it one of the most modern hospitals of its time. It is divided into a series of isolated pavilions, interconnected by underground tunnels, and surrounded by gardens and open spaces. This allowed the separation of patients by specialties as well as the passage of light and fresh air. The ornamentation of the buildings also plays an important role. Number 3. Parc Güell. Parc Güell offers the perfect surroundings to enjoy some modernist architecture, and a pleasant stroll through the park at the same time. Designed by Gaudi under the patronage of entrepreneur Eusebi Güell, it was meant initially to be a housing development for Barcelona's bourgeoisie. In the height of Barcelona's urban growth and construction under Plan Cerda, Güell wanted to provide the city with a British-style residential park, hence its English name. He chose to build the park on the Muntanya Pelada, a hill with unbeatable views over the sea and the plain. The space was divided into 60 plots, and paths, stairs, and walkways were built. Strict construction rules were established. The buildings should not take up more than 1/6 of each plot, they could not be very high and they should not block the neighbors' views and light. During Güell's lifetime the park, although still his private property, was used for public events. After his death, the municipality purchased it, and what was originally meant to be a residential area was converted into a public park. Number 2. La Pedrera. Casa Mila, popularly known as La Pedrera, the Quarry, because of its stone facade resembling a quarry, is one of Gaudi's most famous buildings. It was commissioned in 1906 by businessman Per Mila I Camps and his wife Roser Segamon I Artels. Their idea was to build a private house for themselves and, at the same time, to have some apartments for rent in the most rapidly growing urban area at the time in Barcelona, the Ensanche. The house was designed as 2 independent blocks with separate accesses but communicated by inner courtyards. The innovative construction method, based on the use of pillars, allowed the creation of wide open spaces and numerous openings on the facade. Other remarkable elements are the movement of the facade, with its sinuous lines, and the naturalistic decorations. Number 1. Casa Batlló. Of all Gauta's works, Casa Batlló is probably the most fanciful one and the one that impresses most with its play of shapes and colors. Despite appearances, the house was not built from scratch. It is a remodel of a previous mansion that stood on number 43, Passeig de Gràcia. The mansion, built in 1877, was purchased in 1903 by Josep Batlló, an important businessman in the textile industry. Wishing to have a house that was unlike any other house, he commissioned Gaudí to refurbish the mansion completely. After a thorough renovation of the building between 1904 and 1906, the result was a house full of bright colors and organic shapes. The roof looks like the back of a dragon covered in scales, which together with the cross on top of the turret, seems to allude to the legend of Saint George, patron saint of Barcelona. That was it for this video. What do you think about this video? Do you find it helpful? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, please remember to subscribe to the Travel Plan and turn on notifications so you don't miss many more videos like this. Talk to you all in our next video. Take care.